what's up, everybody out there? Welcome to another edition of Mr. Parker's Neighborhood. I'm here today with the legend, the one and only, the man who got me into St. Louis. I'm gonna tell y'all how we got here, but the one and only, and I call him Pop T now, Mr. Terry Badboy Houston. How are you, sir?
I'm doing fine, Mr. Parker. We in Mr. Parker's room. It's a pleasure and a delight to be in Mr. Parker's room.
Man, I want to say thank you in front of everybody because you were the one who helped me get my foot in the St. Louis video connection when they didn't want to let a brother in.
but you did it. You succumbed and you came for, and as you kept pushing and prevailing. That's it.
Hey, but I got it cause of hanging around with you. Tell the people a little about who Terry Badboy Houston is.
Well, I'm just old P.T. I ain't about no trouble. Just an old man that's been about my nephews and you, along with a few others that would come along with us, and you and Rusty and my son and a couple other folks and G Wiz and all of y'all. Very proud of y'all. Y'all were understudies, but moved on to do your own thing. You with the Magic City videos and kept trying to inspire you guys to do what you're doing, and you did some great things. And I'm really happy to be a part as an old man. Y'all say called old man Pops. So it's my pleasure just being a mentor figure. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. And again, you people don't realize you, for me, coming up as a youngster, you for me, you was one of the coolest cats on radio. It was just, I mean, hey, when you turn the radio on and you heard, yeah, Terry Badboy Houston, it was like, oh man, I gotta listen to this. What are you gonna play? Because of you, I was able to get half the young ladies that I met because you was hitting them slow jams. It was I was trying to imitate you in conversation. So yeah. Hello, how are you?
Yeah, right, yeah. Just old Poe, just easy. Ain't about no trouble. Just old man, just easy, trying to help somebody, tell some needy soldier, trying to tell everybody about somebody.
Now you got started in radio when and where?
I started in 1966. I was hanging out, I was in high school, hanging out with some of the greatest guys in the business. My mentor was a guy named Hank Spann. Hank Spann was from Philly. He was the husband of one of the first black bunnies in the Playboy organization, Hank Spann. He was a hell of a guy. And he gave me some basic rules and tools of the trade. And that was to, if I didn't have anything to say, let the music talk for you. And I learned to do that. And inspiring me, there were others that came along, such as Steve Bird, Jake Jordan. These were some of the big ones. I worked with Alvin John Waples, Donnie Brooks, E. Rodney Jones. Some of these were giants and legends in the business. And in that journey, I became a sponge, and I learned a lot from those guys. And Hank always told me, if you're gonna do anything, inspire to be the best that you can be. And when you speak, make sure you have something to say. And if you didn't have anything to say, let your music talk for you. So I did that. And I based my travels on everyday life experiences. And you know, our worldly problems are based on two things, and that's life and love. It's power and money, the two power structures. If you listen to your music, even now in today's gangster rap, they talking about the hood goods and all the things that they do. So it's basically a turnaround of a basic, what you're seeing is a spiral where it's directed. It's a different day, but it's basically the same foundation on the same platform, if you understand. If I made any sense in what I just said.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And in that, like I said, that's the way that everything that you did when you was on the radio was able to touch, I say, young cats like myself to where we wanted to be and do, because it wasn't no fluff. It was, hey, this is what it is. You can either roll with it or get it rolled over you.
But if I take you back, I think, Cecil, we were a little ahead of our time because I inspired you guys and I inspired you to go further. Yes, because sir. I had that vision to go with that Magic City video and your video, because I saw these times coming. I saw them coming, and I kind of inspired you guys. And you took it, my brother. You took it to a whole nother level. I tell anybody, I say, if I got a cameraman, you know, we got a friend that left and went to what's the guy's Ted Turner. He went, and Isaac. Is Isaac still there with Ted Turner? He was a part of our posse too. Yeah. You know, Isaac was a part of our posse too, and he left and went on Ted Turner, and he became a driving force. So I'm proud of all of you guys. And Johnny went on to be Little Communications. He has his branding thing. So each one of you guys did something. But I tell everybody has a turn and everybody has a day. I was able to last for about 45 years in the business, and I had a good run. I had a lot of fun, along with inspiring you, and you inspired me to do some video productions, and we had started that course. So it's been a great ride, and I'm working on some stuff now that everybody's gonna be surprised about. Yeah, I'm relying on you guys to take the old man and take him to another level with this technology now.
Hey, you know, I have no problem trying to open the door when you say that the door is turn the key.
It's like I got Robert right now here. I got Robert Brooks sitting here, my friend from New York, another inspiring guy like you, hell of a technical guy. And you guys are now the people of tomorrow. I'm just the old man trying to ride on the train just to get a ride with my youngster, with my understudy.
Well, I said you showed us how to build our own train, and we just trying to make sure that wherever we rolling, you rolling with us. Like I know for a fact, like I said, coming back to St. Louis when I graduated out of college, and I came back to St. Louis, I ran into Erica and Russ, and they're like, "Yeah, what you do get your degree?" And I told them, "Why you talk to Daddy then?" I'm like, "Oh," and I have been here for like 3 or 4 years, and like I'm selling shoes. I'm like, "Why don't you talk to Daddy if you want to get?" And I was like, I didn't want to bother. Come on, you know, Daddy always said, if y'all got some questions, come. And I called you up and said, "Hey, can we meet?" You said, "Come to the house." Got to the house. I showed you what I had did in school. You said, "All right, let's take a ride." And we took a ride down the Double Helix.
That's right.
We rode up in there, and James Thomas met us at the yada yada. You was like, "Yeah, James, this my boy. He just got out of school. He got this. We watched my stuff and got it back. And James said, "Yeah, that would be good." And I looked. I was like, "Yeah, check my stuff out." And we watched it. And I looked at you, and you never said a word. You just sat there. You just, And I was like, "Okay, bet it's on me. Pay my $10." We got through all that, and the brother told me, "Yeah, well, you come back, get a little work, you'll be able to get on here and do some things. But right now," and then gave me his card. And I walked up out there and got in the car. I say, he just told me I wasn't good enough. He told me, you just shook your head. He said, "What you learned from that?" I said, "Then he gave me a card and said, give him a call to work with him." He said, "Nah, that tells you what? He know I got," he said, "Yeah, he know you got skills." But in St. Louis, they got a habit of saying no and trying to cut your brothers down where they think you ain't. He said, "It's on you to make a move now."
What did I always try to teach you guys? Never feel second to none. And speaking of that, now he has a show on Fox KTVI now on Saturday mornings. He's still there. But you know, some people can't rise above their arrogance. And I've always told you, in this business, you stay down on the ground and keep your feet on the ground. Because you know, in this business, everybody gets a turn.
Yes, sir.
And so it's like me now, if you know the story of the Count of Monte Cristo, when he returns, you understand? I always tell you, I'm never down, I'm never out. And I always come back a different way. And that's what I inspired you guys to do. And you just keep moving forward and keep getting up, Cecil. That's the best part of it all, man. And if I hope and pray that you're keeping a library of some of the things that you've done, because you've done quite a bit of stuff. And your stuff has been out there, and you got some good stuff.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yes, sir.
That's some great stuff, man. I tell people, I say, I got a team. They scatter here and there, but when I reach out for them and put them all together, you guys better watch out. We're coming for you.
Hey, that's been my drive, for the fact that, like I said, every time I did something, and I'm like, man, I guess I ain't nobody tripping. You hit that phone, I see you, and that's all I need to hear. I'm like, all right, if you watching,
we used to go. Many nights brainstorm. I'm like, come on, what y'all got? Yeah, but that's the beauty of it all. And I love that Magic City video. That was a show that was way ahead before its time, man. And then you took it to another level. You went on to work for the various different cable entities. But you got too many talents and skills, little brother, that your work is some of it is unsurpassable. It's now time to resurrect some of those things, if you understand and if you get the message, my little brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And like I say, it was funny because nobody really knows when we got to our hit point of really doing our thing, all of a sudden, the industry, not the industry, the St. Louis people, they went back and threw out all my stuff at the old building, all my interviews and stuff.
Right,
Once
right.
they thought they had, because I didn't have, I was started at a point in time I started taking stuff from there because I got that feeling they were gonna try to tear it all down because they didn't like what we was doing and they couldn't do what I was doing.
Those were haters. Those were haters. That was like they tried to Wiz, when they put the little thing together about the St. Louis rap scene, they only tell certain things and highlight certain things. But if you look at the bottom line and the basis of where it comes from, I had to speak to Larry Shep, the Godfather. I'm like, yo, little brother, you know, you don't tell one side of the story. You tell it for what it is and tell it the whole how it all got started. You know, I'm humble and I'm thankful, man, for what I have. And the thing about this business is being able to hold your own. You have done that. So have I. I've done that. I sit down and when I get ready to come back, I come back and I come back strong.
That's it. Yes, sir. And that's why, like I said, that's why I had to, like I say, during this pandemic, I got a feeling, how can I reach my people so I can do some interviews and get some stuff down that people don't know about? And I was just sitting there relaxing, chilling, like, hold on, this whole Zoom thing. And they said, you can record, I can record on Zoom. Oh, I can take it back and edit it and do my, oh, this is, you done messed, like what I say, you done messed up now because I got an outlet. I got an outlet.
I got, like I said, you and what I got in playing and what you got in the pot right now, they better look out. That's just like Robert here. I got him sitting next to me. I got some plans, but you guys are extremely talented and always recognize talent. And with my mentors that mentored me, that was one thing that they gave me. They instilled in you. You never feel second to none, and you continue to be creative and innovative to motivate yourself to move to the next level. Because in this business and in this game, it's an ever continuing cycle. I start, that's like the internet station. I've been on the air with Pure R&B and Classic Soul since 2010, which is it's beautiful. It's the epitome of what radio, everything radio should be and has been. And people don't know about it, but it's Pure R&B and Classic Soul. We've got feature pages on there. Go to the website, check it out. But we finna come with this stream, and boy, this song set you on fire. You know, you got these guys and with these big box stations from these different program directors and across the country, that has become a thing of the past. I mean, traditional radio has become, there's too much music out here. There's too many things that the people need to be informed about, and we're getting ready to do it. So I'm just happy. I'm glad you called when you sent me. You say, hey, Pop, I'm always here for you. I said, let's do it. And that's what we're going to do.
That'll work. That'll work. And like I said, it's a thing, like they're going back and people don't realize, like I said, you did so much as far as opening doors for so many of these cats who have been out here and who are coming. Because I just did an interview with DJ Cut and he mentioned, hey, Terry Badboy Houston have me in a spot to where, do your thing and make it shine. And like I say, G Wiz and all of us to where we know and we take on a piece of everything that you gave us. And that's how we try to do, make sure that when it was said and done, let people know, hey, it wasn't just us, it was some people behind us who broke out and opened the door and then pushed us through it. And you was one of them cats.
Yeah, but you guys would listen. And the key to anything is being able to be that sponge. You listen and absorb that, and then you take it to the next level. You know, I was kind of a rebel. I was my own guy, you know, and they used to kind of, you know, but that was the determination in me.
Right.
It wasn't that, you know, they gave me that bad boy. It wasn't that. I was taught that you be all you can be. And when I get up out of that seat, you better be ready to sit down and go to work. And that's what that was about. And I tried to inspire you guys, because that's why I used to tell y'all, each one of you guys had something that was unique and different. And you don't smother that. You fan that flame. And say, hey, you can do this, because everybody gets a time. And if you're fair and you stay grounded and you stay above board with people, when that time and that hand on that clock goes around and you standing in that ring where you're going to be a part of that next train, you know?
Sir. Yes, sir. And
but
like
a lot of people, arrogance and egos get in the way.
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, just like I say, when we got that thing started to doing some stuff, And like I said, it was just amazing that you would take me in the venue and you never had to tell me to sit back and watch. It was automatic. I just sat back and just watched you do what you did. And when it was time, like I said, when it was always time for somebody who said something like they was you'll say, that's my boy right here. Go ahead and tell him. And I say, well, so no, I ain't walking by myself. We'll leave a room and you say, boy, they thought I came in empty-handed. They don't understand. We just telling them what they need to hear right now, but no, we got the plan in our back pocket.
Yeah, because you got see, it's easy to go to the copy machine, but it's hard to sit down at this computer or typewriter and be original.
Yes, sir.
You got a lot of people right now, and I don't have to call anybody out things that I've done and stuff. I created this way before but you got people that are still at that copy machine.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And it ain't nothing new. It's just some recycle shit, but look out, because we're going to come at you again. The storm is about to come.
Woo. And I say, and I got my umbrella because I'm rolling through it with you. But yeah, I mean, that's what I said. And that's something that I have some people who I work with time to time, and they would say stuff like, don't you got somebody in the business you talk to? Don't you got somebody in the business that you can, don't you watch this? And can you, I'm like, no, I ain't never been no copier. I do my own thing with my own touch. I say, but I listen to what people got.
But those are people now, Cecil, these people that are in some of these positions, they fear real and raw talent, and they block some of the creative things and creative services that guys such as yourself and a few others that I don't call out Wiz and some of you guys, they fear these things, and so they put up roadblocks. Some of the stuff that these cats are doing now is hard. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I look at, that's just like now. Don't resurrect me after I'm gone.
Right.
Give me my flowers now while I'm here. If you take DMX, brother was a hell of a talent. He's a thug angel. But
yes,
the
sir.
brother now, if they had an intervention for who this brother is, but he was spiritually guided and he is who he is now. Now you want to resurrect everything he has done when you tried to take his legs off from under him while he was alive. You sidestep and you make one mistake or a company, because you don't agree with them, they terminate or remove you from that job or cut your job position. Then they put these guys in here with these theories that have never been a part. I'm thankful to have been one of the major architects of this business.
Yes, sir.
See, the 70s, from the late 60s to the 70s to the 90s to some of the 2000s, we were still relevant.
Yes, sir.
And they got all these, everybody got to go to this program in school. You got to, and they, music, there's too many genres of music, and there's too much across the board now to where the industry has changed. And everybody's listening to everything. That's just like they speak of this invisible Illuminati, how they've changed the rap. When you guys were coming up, rap had a message.
Yes, sir.
And it was a positive message.
Yep.
And it was, we got our party on and everybody got their groove on. But somebody somewhere in corporate America said, well, wait a minute, we're going to put the East Coast against the West Coast. We're going to change this. We're going to call it gangster rap. We're going to do, it was a bunch of bull.
Yes, sir.
And you just watered it down. And now it's disrespecting. How can you work it when you teaching your little girl to twerk it?
Yes, sir.
That ain't happening. You want to take that book out of her hand and you want to teach her how to twerk it instead of working that mind in a way in which she can move forward. And when they're teaching theirs to do other things and to educate and elevate to a higher level. So we got to start now. And that's where we are. You can listen to the radio and you hear the same 10, 20 songs with the same negative message. That's even with hip hop.
Yes, sir.
That shit is mind draining. I'm like, we got some shit in this good and that will drive you crazy. Our children are the future of tomorrow. And this is like self-made brainwashing, because you pull up at a stop sign and they listen to this crazy underground rap, some stupid stuff. It's stupid. So when you bring it back to the days where you can bring it back to when you and I had fun, like today is Memorial Day. You know, we could take it. Where do you go into a park with AK-47s when you
Right.
got children and elderly people playing? Those were the good old days where we was out there, we was popping off, you was doing your thing, me and the old men sitting over in the old man corner, and it was a family affair.
Yes, sir. Yes,
But
sir.
now you got to look out for little Pookie, Chicken Wings, Scandalise, and everybody else. And hey, it falls back to our music and our videos.
Right. You're right.
It's a
Cause,
part of
'cause
life.
that's one of the things, like I said, when you think about it, one of the key elements that's missing in any of this music is something about togetherness, respect,
Exactly.
or love. It don't
That's what
exist.
it's about.
It's used
Exactly.
and abused.
It's used and abused, and I'll tell you another thing. We've moved forward to um they're trying to pass this bill about these hairstyles and things. Well, that goes back to our music and our videos. Where is our sense of pride
Mm.
and our sense of self-respect? We got all these crazy hairdos with men and women, especially the young brothers, that we're feminizing some of our young men.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And you ask this young brother, "Hey, young brother, what are you doing? What's that hairdo representing?" Well, it's gang related, first of all.
Mm.
Are you trying to express your Afrocentric side? Well, huh? You scratch your head about that. He couldn't tell you. All he
Mm.
knows is the style.
The style. Yes, sir.
You know, he got that style, and then he gonna talk about buck breaking. You know, you sag, and real men don't sag.
Right. Yes,
Real
sir.
men have swag.
Yes, sir. That's it. That's it.
Yeah, yeah, you know, so it is what it is, you know, and it's traditionally, you have to have a sense of pride, and we have to reach out, and it has to turn. You got these program directors. I could call you if it's a record. Speaking of one of our pen, he has moved forward and he's doing great with some of his music, and I'm talking about our boy Win. Has
Mm-hmm.
a great album, and that's what we're gonna do. We got to start, if it's that one at a time or two at a time, to reach out and try to turn this tide to put our music back, put our videos back where they need to be, and delivering the message to get our people back. All this senseless killing and moving forward. And some of it is, you said, damn, that dude, you got these dudes driving 100 miles an hour through a neighborhood,
Yeah.
killing up and tearing up people. Why? Because he owns something and he listened to that, some of that rap and some of that bull, and that's what it is. So we have to assume some responsibility and bring accountability back to what we're gonna do. And I'm real excited, Cecil. I mean, when I say we got something in the works, I'm ready to get busy. I got Robert to my right, I got you right here. I mean, I just went and bought the camera so we can start this Zoom thing.
Oh,
I'm tech savvy for an older guy, but it's certain little glitches that I need you guys. And
hey.
that's like whatever your works are, I'm here for you.
Yes, sir. You've always been there too, the pushers. Now, like we've talked about the music piece, but back when you was truly the bad boy, as far as some of the I mean Al Green and anybody that came through St. Louis, you could hook up with and do something. Is there anybody just stands out as far as that dude that just if you had
Well,
time to
I
pick
work
brain and hang?
I work with some of the best of me. Marvin Gaye was really, and me and Stevie back in 1966. We were at what 66? It was 1966 or 67. Stevie and I were at a place called the Club Highland. And Stevie and I, him and one of his background singers, Mary, me and Bobby Womack. You know, me and Eddie and Walter have been friends for over 50 years. I've been tight with a lot of those people in the business for a number of years. Me and Barry White. Barry was an exceptional dude. If you go to my website, you see he and I on that
Mm-hmm.
picture. But really who stands out with me was truly my brother and my friend. And he passed away several years ago. Mr. Ollie Woodson,
Mm.
uh, former lead singer of the Temptations. Ollie was a very personal, close friend of mine. Who passed away, but he's the gentleman responsible for Treat Her Like a Lady.
Okay. Yep. Yep.
Man, I could go. That's just like George Clinton and Boosie and them, Jock and
Mm-hmm.
I and all of. We were a part of that family. You know, George deemed the Jock, Dr. Jockenstein, Dr.
Yes,
Funkenstein.
hey, I was there when he told him on
We,
TV. I got the tape.
yeah, we partied, and Man, I mean, when I tell you some of the parties and some of the limo rides and some of the things that we did, that's why I say myself, along with Jim Gates, Rod King, some of the guys, we were the architects of those times throughout the 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
There was a small station we worked with, the greatest station in the nation, and people recognized us from across the country. But we brought it.
Yes,
and we
sir.
had some of the most talented guys, myself, Jim Gates, Rod King, Sweet Charlie, Tony Silky, Stidham. These guys were phenomenal guys, and they all had their own individual talents. And when one got up, you better be ready to sit down, because that seat was hot. We left it smoking, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But what the best part about it, we were community based. We were in the street. We did some good in the neighborhood. You know, if we had something, we said we're gonna take back the guns. We were gonna be in O'Fallon Park. We wasn't in O'Fallon Park or Forest Park or Fairground Park. We didn't have no AK-47s, and we had fun.
Yes, sir.
We had the Miller Sound Express, but now you got little Pookie, Chicken Wing, and Ray Ray in them, and Day and them. They over there. You got your grandmothers, your aunts, and your cousins. You want to disrupt somebody else's happiness that are community oriented, and it's just. But if you've never been taught self-respect and discipline, and you ain't never been taught nothing, you ain't had nothing. So if you get a stupid individual, follow him home and see who comes to the door. I think that right there, that's what that is.
As you see, Jockenstein has placed the famous glasses. These glasses, George Clinton gave these to him 20 years ago.
You know what? And he's still a true believer. He still got them. And he wasn't wearing them just in case we didn't come back. But now that we're back, he still got them.
He brought back the mothership too. It's time to bring them out.
Put your sunglasses on, you know.
That's what it's all about.
And
So you see what you're doing.
For those who didn't go to the concert, don't feel bad. You may feel silly, but don't feel bad.
Oh, no, we're dedicating this to you.
Yeah.
You will come the next time.
Another 20 years, come back. All right?
Tail ain't nothing but a long booty. A booty ain't nothing but a butt. And this is a tail that began at the end.
So George, where did this all come from? Now, you were a hairdresser, then all of a sudden you did this funk thing. I mean, what in your mind, what was going on? Were you a poet?
Funk don't never come from nowhere. Funk is always going somewhere.
It don't come from somewhere. It's always going.
I did that backwards. Funk is never going anywhere. It's always coming. So funk was coming when I got here.
It's going to be coming.
What comes around went that way.
So when did you, was this going around in your head your whole life? I mean,
probably was because I was born in the outhouse.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
That's about as funky you can get.
And when we was at Motown and we couldn't keep our ties clean, we couldn't, keep our suits pressed. And I saw the white boys out there getting down with jeans on with holes in it. All kind of statements on their pants. I said, that's what's happening. I mean, I had suits tailor-made when I was in 13 in grade school.
Right.
And they was too small for me in a matter of 6 months. It was cool for a minute, but cool don't last.
Cool don't last.
Cool don't last.
Funk gotta grow.
Funk keeps to get stronger, like fine wine. So we say we were funk for a while, and when it came time for us to go sit down, we went and sat down, got in trouble, we waited for our turn again.